Hey, you're listening to Classic Mix Radio here in Indianapolis. My name is Brian. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday night, ready for another great weekend. Hey, as I told you at the beginning of the show, we have another great guest with us tonight on the radio. Her name's Hailey, and she is the owner of Premium Auto Cosmetics. Cosmetics, see, I gotta get that right, in Minnesota. But she also shares a lot of her work on TikTok. But first of all, we need to welcome her to the show. So, hey, Hailey, happy Friday evening. Welcome to Classic Mix Radio.
Hi, happy Friday.
Hey, thank you. So to start off, I kind of want you to take us back to the beginning. What made you want to do auto cosmetics in the first place?
Yeah, so I've always loved cars. I've always been around cars. My mom used to bring me to races. My uncle used to bring me to car shows. I got introduced to detailing from my boyfriend's mom, and I fell in love with it. I've worked at body shops and a couple detail shops, but the actual start of my company is kind of random. For Christmas of 2022, I got gifted a little detailing kit from one of my friends. So I cleaned my car, cleaned her car, cleaned my family's cars. And then I realized I'm kind of good at it and I really enjoyed doing it. So I got more supplies. And then in June of 2023, I got my LLC and insurance as a graduation gift. Wow. And then I kind of just went from there. All my marketing's on Facebook community pages. I was running my company out of a garage for the first year and a half down a dirt road, which is not really ideal for a detailing company. But I'm finally in a shop now, and hopefully I'll be there for a long time. I love my location. I've been growing a lot. Yeah. That's
awesome. Sounds good. So for someone who's never had their car detailed professionally, what would you say they're missing out on?
So a lot of people don't really get why detailing, the biggest thing that people don't understand is the pricing, because they're like, oh, I can bring my car to, there's a place by us called Garen's, which you drive through the car wash and they'll vacuum out your car for you and they'll wipe it down. But with detailing, I'm really getting into in between the seats. I shampoo the carpets and the seats with my heated extractor, blow out the vents. It's a very in-depth, deep clean, degrease, de-germ of everything, rather than just taking your car through a car wash. And automatic car washes, the chemicals that they use in those washes are very, very damaging to your paint. And the touch car washes are just kind of picking up the dirt from your vehicle and whipping it back at your vehicle. So it's causing scratches. I call it the whip and scratch. So it's very damaging, the automatic washes. There's definitely some that are okay, but detailing is a very in-depth of everything. If you have scents in your vehicle, it'll get removed. If you got mice in your vehicle, which is a lot more common than some people may think, I can remove the mice from your vehicle and make it smell nice again. Actually deep clean it, extracting everything is the biggest thing that people really like. If you have salt in your carpets, you can remove all the salt from winter.
Awesome. So what would you say is or was probably the most challenging transformation you've ever done to a vehicle?
Honestly, probably it's not really one specific vehicle. It's kind of one condition of vehicle, I guess. I do a lot of collector vehicles or vehicles that have been sitting outside for a long time. So mice and mold, removing the smell from a mouse is quite challenging and can be very gross, and same with mold. I just had a Mini Cooper in last week, actually, that was full of mold everywhere. The seats were moldy, the carpet, the plastic was moldy. So definitely removing mold, the process you have to do for that kind of stuff is way longer, and you got to wear a mask and gloves and all this extra stuff to protect yourself from it, because it's technically a biohazard. Otherwise, wet sanding jobs are pretty challenging, but wet sanding is probably my favorite thing to do because the transformations on that can be super crazy. Yeah, the challenging jobs are my absolute favorite. The ones that are super big differences and really nasty.
Right. So what would you say separates Premium Auto Cosmetics from every other detailer out there? What makes you guys special?
That's a good question.
Do you do anything different? Anything,
Yeah. So I'm in Minnesota, and there's a lot of detailers that kind of just pop up everywhere, but they're more of car cleaners. A lot of detailers aren't going to extract your carpets. They say that they do, and then they kind of just spray it with water and vacuum it. But I'm I've never been a high, like, get as many people in and out as possible. I take my time on every single vehicle and make sure everything is as perfect as it can be, because I'm a little crazy and need everything to be perfect.
Understand.
which is great for this line of work.
Right.
Same with like paint corrections and coatings. I do a lot of paint corrections and ceramic coatings, and a lot of companies will start doing those kinds of things on customer vehicles before they really know how to do it. So they end up damaging the paint or applying the ceramic wrong, just damaging the vehicles. But I've never done anything on a customer's vehicle before practicing on mine or my boyfriend's vehicles first.
Right.
So I kind of try everything out and get really great at it before I do anything on a customer's vehicle. I take a lot of time on everything that I do.
Right. So I would say you gained a pretty big following on TikTok. So since you've been doing this, so what made you decide to start sharing your work on TikTok?
Yeah. So I've always posted, my marketing's always only been on Facebook, like community pages and stuff. And that kind of just stopped working. I got everyone in the community and then nobody needed details. So I had to branch out somewhere. I started posting on Instagram and Facebook, like on my personal on Facebook. And that wasn't really doing much. And then I've always had a TikTok account, but I would always post like videos of my car or other people's cars, just random videos. And I started posting videos about my company. And in the past 3 months, I'm now booked out 3 months just from TikTok.
Wow.
I'm posting the same exact stuff that I post the same exact thing on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And TikTok always does the best. I never posted on TikTok because I would never think that would be a platform for a company to get business from.
Right.
But I've found that it's the best platform to get work from.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. When I posted my first video, I got over 200 calls from one video.
Wow.
I was not ready for that. I'm really thankful for that, but
yeah, no kidding.
It was crazy.
Hey, so if you guys just joined us, we're talking to Hailey. She's the owner of Premium Auto Cosmetics in Minnesota. And not only that, but she shares a lot of her work on TikTok as well, as she just mentioned. So this next question, I kind of know one of the answers to, but I want to kind of have you go into a little bit more detail. So I've got to ask, and I'm sure some of our listeners want to know, what's the weirdest or the most unexpected thing you found in someone's car besides the mice?
I have found...
It's got to be something cool.
Last month, I was detailing a truck, and there was like a 4-foot-long machete in between his seat and the center console.
Nice.
It was just like and I texted him, I'm like, hey, I found this. Like, I'm going to just set it aside. And he was like, oh, I made that. So that was pretty cool. That was really random. Usually people are pretty good about emptying out their vehicles. I find guns and bullets and stuff all the time, but that's very normal to find. But that machete really caught me off guard. That was kind of funny.
So I'm curious, do you have a favorite vehicle to work on, or what about one that you dread doing?
I don't have a specific favorite vehicle, but I like doing collector cars, like super old enamel paint. Because a lot of people think that you can't polish or paint correct enamel paint, and you can. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to be very careful because you can burn through the paint very quickly.
All right.
But definitely collector cars. About a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I paint corrected the Black Beauty from the Green Hornet show. It's the original
I actually
car
saw
from
that
the
post.
show.
I actually saw that.
That was very cool. That's the original car from the show. I'm the first person to ever touch. Yeah, I'm the first person to ever touch that paint, other than the guy who originally built the car for the show.
Wow.
So that was super awesome. I like doing stuff like that, like older vehicles or special one-of-one vehicles. Those are for sure my favorite. I will say that Kias have very bad carpet and Audis have very bad carpet to try to clean.
Really?
Those are probably the carpet is pretty challenging to clean. It's like the material of trunk carpet. If you've ever tried to vacuum your trunk, nothing comes out of it. Gotcha. So it definitely takes longer to do that.
So jumping back to TikTok real quick, How do you keep your followers coming back to your page when the algorithm is changing so much? How do you keep bringing those back? Do you do different stuff? What do you do?
I've tried to keep, I've noticed if I change like the style of my video, I lose all my viewers, I guess. So I have to keep them the same, and I post at least one time a day. I try very hard to post at least one time a day. Ideally, I post 3 times a day. But I've also noticed that people like to see the actual process rather than just quick like back and forth before and after video clips.
Right.
They like to see like me talking in the beginning, explaining what I'm going to be doing, and then I go through the process and have videos throughout of me actually doing the detail. So then I can see exactly what's getting done, and I want to start making videos answering questions, because I have a bunch of people asking questions about different things.
Oh, cool.
I think I want to make it kind of interactive to where people can ask questions and I answer them.
Right. So what would you say has been harder, building your business or building the audience?
Kind of a mix of both. Doing social media is a challenge for me because I don't like to be on camera, and it's a lot of extra work to like prop up the phone as I'm doing the detail or doing the paint correction, doing whatever I'm doing, and then I gotta go home and edit the video and do all the extra stuff. Growing my following or views on social media, I go to car shows for that and pass out business cards. I've noticed passing out business cards brings me followers, but it doesn't bring me work, I've noticed.
Right.
But the business kind of just grows as I post more, I guess.
No, I understand.
The business is for sure, the past 3 months I've grown way more than I was expecting to. So I'm still like trying to process that, I guess. I've been pretty consistent for the past 3 years, but in the past couple months I've taken off like crazy just from posting on TikTok.
Oh.
So the business side is becoming more challenging now with growing and managing the growth, which I'm super thankful that that's why I'm stressed out and not because I have no work. Yeah.
So what advice could you give someone who wants to take, a special skill that they have or a passion and turn it into a business like you did?
I always tell everyone that they should start a business in whatever they like to do. I think starting a business is the best thing anyone can do ever. For detailing, it's very easy to start. In my opinion, it's a very cheap thing that you can start up. You don't need a lot to start. You can start out with very basic things. I know every field is not like that. But now that I've been posting on social media a lot, I would recommend starting it and going straight to TikTok and posting about it. And your hashtags will bring you views. If you do like hashtag Minnesota or hashtag whatever state you're in, it somehow magically shows it to those people.
All right. So what would you say, Hailey, has been your hardest part of your journey, and what kept you going?
Definitely winter, because in Minnesota, winter is horrible, and nobody wants to get their cars detailed. And I still have slow times and busy times. So the first year I had my company, I didn't have one single car for 4 months. I did not work one single day for 4 months. I was trying to post my ads on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and no one wanted to get their cars done. But I know what I want, and I will do anything to get it. And that really pushes me to not give up. I'm a very bad employee. I've worked at a lot of places, and I've noticed when I work somewhere, I feel like if I don't do the work, someone else will. So then I just don't show up. But running a company is very rewarding because all the work that comes in and out, I did and I brought in. And it's just very rewarding. And I know what my end goal is, and I will do anything to get it. So it definitely takes a lot to push through winter, but we make it.
So where can people follow your work, or say they want to book something with you if they're in your area?
I don't have a website as of right now, but my Instagram is Premium Auto Cosmetics, and my Facebook is Premium Auto Cosmetics, and my TikTok is my name, which is kind of hard to spell, but it's HaileyKae. And the profile picture is a blue car.
So,
and then you can text me. You can text me on Instagram or Facebook or any of those.
So we told everybody you were in Minnesota. Whereabouts in Minnesota are you? So the listeners know.
I'm in Minnetrista, kind of right outside of St. Bonnie.
Okay.
So kind of out in the country, depending on where you're coming from.
Right.
But
so what's next for you? Any big goals, expansions on the horizon? What?
I'm currently renting a shop, trying to buy it right now. I'm getting into a lot of collections, and I recently met the owners of some autoplexes, and I'm getting into a lot bigger collections. I'm looking to hire a couple people. Just keep going towards my goal. A little bit about my end goal. I want to have a lot bigger shop than I have right now and have different sections where I can do each of my services and have someone to do like tinting and wraps and have it all set up nice and all organized. And right now I just got a little bit bigger of a shop, but I can't fit as much as I would like to in it. And I'm growing very fast, which I'm thankful for. So maybe that end goal will come faster than I was expecting. Right now I should be going back to that Autoplex where I did the Black Beauty and doing more cars from movies. He now has 43 original cars from movies. So I should hopefully have more posts about those cars coming out.
Cool. Well, hey, that's really awesome. And I want to thank you, Hailey, for spending like part of your Friday night to hang out with us. We want to wish you good luck with your business. It sounds like you really, really enjoy what you do. And hey, hopefully we can get you back here again and talk, some more about your company.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. So my guest tonight has been Hailey, who owns Premium Auto Cosmetics in Minnesota. She gave you her TikTok information and where you can find her. And if you're definitely in the area, stop by and see her. I'm sure she would love to see you. So that's going to do it for our interview. So, hey, what do you say we play some more music tonight? So the next song I got coming up for you guys was released back in 1976. It was recorded about a year before they finally released it. Now, this group that we're talking about had 14 U.S. Top 40 hits, and it was this one that we're going to play that made it to number one. The song was also inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, believe it or not, back in 2015. We're talking about the song called Dancing Queen, and I'm sure you guys know who the artist is. It's ABBA, and it's up next here on Classic Mix Radio.